I'm going next door to Frida Goodson's. We're having a club meeting.
I didn't know you were in a club.
Yeah, a bunch of us get together and send our pictures into Willard Scott with a note saying we're 100.
Ma, that's ridiculous.
You got a better way to get on the Today Show?
Why don't we start by taking your temperature, huh?
Temperature? He must have graduated at the top of his class.
Under your tongue.
Tell me, are you new to this area, Dr. Clayton?
Yes, I recently moved here.
Oh, Miami's a beautiful city. I'm sure you'll enjoy living here.
Yes, and I'm sure your wife, Mrs. Clayton, will enjoy it too.
Mrs. Clayton and I are no longer together.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
La 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 la.
Ma, what smells so great?
Nothing, just a little spaghetti sauce I threw together.
Oh, come on. This is your special 14-hour sauce. What's the occasion?
Nothing.
Oh, come on. You haven't made this sauce since Uncle Dominic married off that daughter of his. You know, the one who looks like Tony Bennett? Why did I ever let that happen?
Because he got you drunk.
Why am I even discussing this with you?
Beats the hell out of me.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, Rose. You're looking lovely this evening.
Oh, wait a minute. Rose Nyland, you devil, you. I just figured out what's going on here.
Blanche.
You were sore at me for inviting your friend without asking you, so you had this guy to come over and teach me a lesson.
His name is Al.
No, I mean, what's he do?
He imports diamonds.
Oh, damn, I hope he's not dead.
He bought the farm.
What farm?
Rosie's dead.
No.
Yes.
Oh, my God. The poor man. And with a new farm and everything.
King me.
Ma, you can't do that.
What are you talking about? It's a perfectly legal double jump.
Yes, but I'm black, you're red.
Hey, it's supposed to be a friendly game. All of a sudden you're playing Vegas rules. Lucy's ready to leave. Come on and say goodbye.
Oh, we'll be right there. And Rose Nyland, if you ever breathe a word of this to anyone, I swear I'll kill you.
Dorothy, don't be silly. You couldn't even kill a little mouse.
That's because you can communicate with him. Oh, Dorothy, one word of caution. It's a powerful gift. Use it wisely. And then they paint faces on their socks and do a little puppet show called Elf Kingdom.
And then everybody would tickle each other until the whole family was throwing up together.
Even little Richard came up to me and said, now don't worry, this happens all the time.
Little Richard was in Bermuda?
Yes, Rose, he was burying Fats Domino in the...
The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
Glad you must still be running a fever. You're hallucinating. I am going to win that award.
I'm sorry we're late, but we couldn't find the table. But then I recognized Dorothy's hacking. Everybody, this is Raoul.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It was during the spring cotillion. I was wearing a long white dress and my first push-up bra. And Bobby Buck McAllister and I were enjoying a glass of punch out on the veranda when a beam of moonlight hit my cleavage. Stop crying. I'm so happy and so sad. Kind of a happy sad.
Speaking of sad,
Shut
Blanche.
up, Rose.
She's crying already. What's the difference?
Rose, pick that up.
I just can't believe it. about that.
I think it's a mistake.
To wear all that makeup.
Take a look at that stretch of beach, huh? And that's our house. That is Chrissy on a new Hobie cat. It's Chrissy in the hot tub. That's me and Chrissy at a luau.
Is she the one with the apple in her mouth?
Ma!
You know, she looks pretty good for being in the ground for 2 hours. Friends to leave.
Come on, girls. Relax, loosen up. Hey, life's too short, especially for you guys.
Davy, I'll get the melon boiler. Only, surprise, it wasn't hairspray. It was mace. You had mace. Your hairspray was mace. I maced myself right there in the police station. Almost died. I fell to the floor, blinded, writhing in pain. Couldn't move for 20 minutes.
But what do you know? It works.
You're a good daughter, Dorothy.
I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to say.
I'll tell you what you could say. You could say I don't owe you the $50.
Ma, you are a crazy lady. And I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too, pussycat.
Did you have a nice nap, Sophia?
I didn't have a nap. I died a little. I went to heaven.
Oh, Ma, you just slept is all.
You were there? Don't tell me where I went. I went to heaven. I saw the golden light and some angels in white robes with harps. I thought I was at Saks at Christmas. But then I saw your father.
Really?
He was surrounded by women. He's in heaven.
Listen, I really have to go to work.
He
So let
actually
me tell-
picked you over me. I do not believe this. I have been had.
I know. And you still didn't get the part. Of course I'm depressed about Glenn. I mean, for 3 weeks he made me the happiest woman in the world. This past week without him has just been miserable.
Well, at least you have the comfort of knowing you did the right thing.
Then why do I feel so rotten?
Dorothy, he's married. You have to forget
I
him.
can't just forget him.
Rose, come on. None of us is a schoolgirl anymore. Although, quite frankly, I am sometimes mistaken for one.
Oh, please, Glenn.
Not really, Grandma. I just want to meet boys who want to be astronauts.
Me too.
Charlie, do you want to give Blanche and Dorothy the presents we brought for them?
Sure, Mom.
You didn't have to do that.
Hope you like it. It's very popular in Minnesota. It's a maple syrup, honey, brown sugar, molasses, Rice Krispie log. One for each of you.
How sweet. How incredibly sweet.
Dorothy, you are being irrational. Now, the bottom line is we're talking about your health. That is a very precious thing. The longer you put this surgery off, the more you may be risking your health. I just don't think that's a risk worth taking, do you?
Yes.
I need to hit Wally's bar for ladies' night. I'll see y'all later. Don't you girls wait up.
Hold it, Blanche. I don't think you should go anywhere till you finish your homework.
Oh, I'll just be gone a few hours.
You get right back here and hit those books.
If you want a diploma, you have to apply yourself. Do you think Bob Hope got all those degrees without studying?
Tell me, will it take long? You know, you're reading my Newsweek.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Dorothy, I see you met Milton.
Oh, yes. We were just getting acquainted, dumping Rosie's driftwood.
Oh, no, Dorothy, no. Milton's from the center. His partner ran off with his wife and all the money from the business.
Oh, Milton, I'm sorry. Keep the Newsweek.
Gee, I'd forgotten I had these candlesticks. They were Mother's. Oh, they'd be perfect for the alcove table.
Oh, let me do it.
Oh, no, wait, Lily.
Now, Rose, I'm fine.
No, I'm just going to get your cane.
No, I don't need that. Last night I memorized the layout for the whole house. Now, please stop treating me as if I'm totally helpless.
I'm sorry. You know how I am. I guess I'm overprotective.
What are you doing?
It's the evil eye. I just put a Sicilian curse on you. You're not going to have a moment's peace till you hold that tree away.
You got me shaking in my boots.
Oh, Ma, why'd you do that? You just made matters worse with that ridiculous curse.
Ridiculous. The curse works, believe me. I've used it before.
When?
Baltimore Colts, New York Jets, 1969. Draw your own conclusions.
Oh, Dorothy, would you please open this jar of macadamia nuts for me?
You can't get it open?
Oh, I didn't try. I don't want to risk cracking a nail.
What are these, claws?
Well, I figured you wouldn't mind, seeing as how you work with your hands all day.
I'm a teacher. I grade papers. I don't shuck oysters.
Right, I can't let him see me in the same dress.
Ma, you're not going anywhere until the doctor comes.
Sophia, you can't go anywhere now. I want you to see how good I look in my new dress.
You know something? We are really lucky that we found a doctor who makes house calls.
I know. When I was growing up in Minnesota, the doctor made house calls all the time. For us and the livestock.
That's right, but unlike yours, I didn't need penicillin to get through it.
Ma, you never told me you were engaged. What happened?
The war happened. Augustine went off to fight, and I never heard from him again until today.
I wonder why he looked you up after all this time.
Are you kidding? He was crazy about me. I was the only girl in the village who didn't want to be a nun.
Don't you feel a little sentimental?
No.
Come on, what do you say we take a drive out there and take one last look at it?
Oh, 2 hours in a car with my ex-husband looking at a piece of swampland that I don't even own anymore. Oh, Stan, you really know how to show a girl a good time.
She left me. What? Chrissy left me for a younger man.
I wish I could say the same. Oh, Blanche, this is Dr. Jonathan Newman.
Get out of here.
I'm afraid. You go.
Oh, no, I can't go in there. I have a thing against dead people. I've never seen one. I never intend to.
Didn't you see your husband when he was dead?
Oh, no, I cannot look at dead people. That's why I don't even watch the news. Every now and then they sneak a corpse in on you. You could be watching a perfectly lovely little story about Central America. All of a sudden, bam, a dead body.
If it weren't for a mouse just like that little one in the kitchen, I wouldn't be sitting here today telling you this story.
Call the exterminator.
Oh, my gosh, that must be Lucy. All right, now, you all, please, no more rat talk.
I don't believe this. I'm talking to a mouse. The scary part is I think you're listening. Oh, look, I beg you. Mammal to mammal. Please go. Look, the exterminator said that you came in through a hole under the sink. Please, that's the way I'd like you to go. Oh, good boy!
You're a wonderful plumber's assistant, Dorothy. Boy, you sure know your way around a snake.
I've had a lot of experience. After all, I was married to one for 38 years.
Oh, we're right on schedule. We ought to have that toilet tank in by sundown.
By sundown. By sundown! Oh, this is such fun! Oh, this is so exciting! This is so depressing! Very nice job, ladies. Who let you in here?
I did. Lucky I had his card.
Looks like we've taken a few wrong turns here.
For your information, this is exactly the way we wanted it to look.
Oh, yeah? You got Siamese twins living here?
The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
Doesn't she have the most adorable little sneeze? It's okay, I didn't want my salad anyway.
Goodness, it's 2:00 in the morning.
And I am still wide awake.
Me too. You know, before I met you two girls, I was never up this late. Except, of course, during the Jerry Lewis telethon.
Of course.
I was never a night person either. until I blossomed into young womanhood and realized I was even more devastating by moonlight.
They said on arrival, give the passengers a lay. She got confused. He got lucky, and they now live on Maui. Oh, it's really wonderful. A 65-year-old man with gout learning to windsurf. I hope he trips on his thongs and falls into a volcano. And I'm not saying this because she is my daughter, but she was the best Abraham Lincoln the third grade ever saw. Now, when she freed the second grade, there was not a dry eye in the house.
Somehow I just can't picture Kate as Abraham Lincoln.
Now, Stan, do me a favor. Take off your hair and hold it up to Kate's chin.
David, I said, what in the world is going on here? I thought you were in bed.
I couldn't sleep, so I went out and got a pizza. Made a few friends, and we decided to have a party.
David, this is an inconvenience. I mean, it is 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, please, ask your friend...
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just me. I had to get in quickly because when I got out of the car, I noticed a swarthy man with a weapon.
Swarthy man with a weapon?
What are you doing?
Buenos dias, Fernando. The gardener trimming the hedge. You got it for me when I got married. You remember?
Who could forget? I carried it all the way from Sicily. And for what? So you could get divorced. I should have gotten you something returnable, like a donkey.
Lakma, what?
What? You're sitting on top of me. I open my eyes, I see paws like that. I think I'm on the moon.
Witch? He cast me as a witch? Well, who got Lady Macbeth? Don't tell me. Probably one of those little theater groupies with a mattress strapped to her back.
No, it isn't. It's me.
You're pulling my leg.
It's for Dorothy. I think it's Glenn.
That's the 4th time he's called today. Well, you know what we're supposed to tell him. Go on.
Hello? Dorothy's not home and she's never coming home again. Now don't call here anymore. This is Rose. Who is this? Mr. Yamamoto from the school district.
Whoa.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were the man Dorothy's having the affair with.
That man is guilty.
Oh, come on. That's circumstantial evidence. I mean, it's not enough to convict him.
Well, actually, the more damning evidence was a snapshot they found of Duncan dressed in scuba gear, dragging Tippy's body down the stairs wrapped in a carpet.
Maybe it was from their wedding album.
Dorothy, that doesn't make sense.
It makes sense to me. I don't like doctors. I don't like hospitals.
Nobody likes hospitals, but there's nothing to be scared of.
Oh, really, Rose? What about blood? What about death? What about those nighties that don't close up in the back?
Good Lord, I'm a criminal.
Fine. As long as you already have a record, I can count you in. Tomorrow, I am going to a scalper, and I'm going to buy 4 tickets.
You better make that 3. My final exam is that night.
Oh, honey, it's too bad.
Oh, well, what difference does it make? My social life's gone down the drain anyway. All I ever do is study. You know, it cannot be good for you. It's unnatural. It's unhealthy. It's unlike me.
I'm Dorothy.
Milton.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Milton.
Likewise.
I live here.
Oh,
You don't.
I live over on Dorado.
Ah,
It's about a 20-minute walk.
uh-huh.
But I usually take the bus.
Are you waiting for one now?
Girls, look at this! You know, I remember wearing this outfit the night George took me to Woodstock. Oh, what a night. I will never forget it. Listening to the music of Mr. Richie Havens and Mr. Bob Dylan, and then making love in the mud. You went to Woodstock? Well, actually, it was the movie, but afterwards we did go home and make love in the mud.
Clam up, Gladys. This is their tree.
Look, there seems to be some confusion here, but we are neighbors. What do you say we split the cost and have the tree hauled away?
What do you say you have it hauled away and I'll split?
That does it. You don't have any choice. You're hauling that tree away, capiche?
You Italians have got some temper.
You Italians?
With disdain in his voice, he said it. Now you're gonna pay.
Let's make a toast.
With water?
Well, I can't drink.
You never could. Run Jack Daniels and you'd disappear with half a fraternity house.
Hi, Elliot.
Hello, Rose. My, what is that marvelous scent you're wearing?
Fancy albacore tuna. I made a casserole for dinner.
Well, you certainly wear it well.
I think it's the pimento that really sets it off. It was. But he requested an authentic Viking funeral, and every time they tried to set him and his ship on fire, the Coast Guard kept putting it off. They had to reschedule for today. I could never become seriously involved with anybody in show business.
Thank you, Rose. I don't know what to say. And I mean that from the
What's going on?
Oh, Rose has decided to keep on seeing Jonathan.
Fine. We're all adults here. Let the man out of the pillowcase. We don't mind if he sleeps over. You could light firecrackers in his nostrils. You won't wake him.
All right, now, Rose, go on. I don't want dead people in my house.
people. We are talking about one man who is probably sleeping.
You don't think I can recognize death? I lived in a retirement home. Death visited more often than children.
Listen, Ed, I'm sorry. You're a nice guy, but I have to go.
I understand, Lucy. Would you mind if I gave you a call sometime?
Oh, sure. I guess that'd be okay.
Not you, Lucy. I was talking to Rose.
I don't think so.
Are you sure? Tuesday night I'm getting together with a couple of buddies. We're going through Don Johnson's trash.
Dorothy, I gotta talk to you. I owe you a big apology.
For what, Ma?
For what I said before, you know, about you not knowing a thing about plumbing. Dorothy, you're a genius.
Ma, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I walk into the living room, and there's a toilet in front of the television set. It's an old lady's dream come true.
Oh, honey. Of course not.
What are you doing?
We're having a group hug.
Well, knock it off. The neighbors will get the wrong idea.
Gee, this is fun already, being roomies with you two. I am so sorry. Oh, I'll buy you another one.
Well, you can't. That was one of a kind. Oh, no, well, don't feel bad. I never really liked it much anyway. It's just that my grandmother gave this to me on her deathbed.
Next week.
At our age, long engagements don't make sense. I have to go to bed.
Where will you live?
Here.
Where will we live?
Oh, don't worry. We'll live.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
It's so hard to find a place to live.
Well, you can just stay right here.
Well, that's settled.
Oh, Rose.
Daddy.
Hello, princess. Oh, you look absolutely beautiful.
I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming.
Oh, no, don't thank me. Thank your mother. There aren't too many women around who could swallow their pride after what went down between us. You're awesome, babe. Absolutely awesome.
Ma.
What?
That noise.
What noise?
The noise you're making with your nose and throat.
I got a post-nasal drip. What would you like me to do? Drown in phlegm? no, Sophia! No! Not it! No, Sophia! Dorothy!
What? Oh, God, I don't know how to tell you this.
What?
Oh, it's about your mother.
Ma!
Oh, my God, and the dog. I think he ate your mother.
Ma!
Some attack dog. He hid under the table, peed on the floor, and ran out the back.
Oh, well, really?
Yeah.
Goodness, I didn't even have time to put on my makeup. Would you mind waiting out in the van, Dirk? I'll be with you in just a minute.
Sure.
I do believe the man said gorgeous. I'm going to live forever.
Not outside of an institution.
This is a very depressing conversation.
Well, I want a fancy funeral. I want a big parade with a riderless horse. And then I want to lie in state and then be buried in Arlington Cemetery.
Why Arlington Cemetery?
Because it's full of men.
But they're all dead.
So are the men I date.
Well, we had our share of problems. Believe me, we had some hard times. Once a mysterious drifter stole our butter churn.
Well, I guess Ma and Gloria aren't coming back for dinner. What say we go out and grab a hamburger?
Oh, sounds good to me.
This reminds me of when Daddy used to take us for hamburgers on Saturday night. We'd grab our dog Binky and we'd pile into the... Oh, Blanche, remember a few days ago when I said your car was making a funny kind of a noise sometimes?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's making it all the time now.
Oh, it's nothing serious, I'm sure.
And it started making a wheezing, coughing, rattling kind of a sound every time it goes up a hill.
Uh-oh, that's a bad sign. Those are the sounds Tony Triano made the night they wheeled him out of the home on a gurney.
Dorothy, listen, before Rose gets here, can I ask you something?
Sure.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
What is it?
If you think it's none of my business, just say, Blanche, it's none of your business.
Oh, look, Blanche, you caught me one night sneaking out of the kitchen naked with an Oreo in my mouth. And we have no secrets. Now ask your damn question.
Have you noticed that Rose has been acting peculiar?
Yes, Blanche, from the first day I met her.
Oh, my God!
Dorothy, are you all right?
Hey, it's not as bad as it looks. The doctor says I'm fine. Just have to take it a little easy for a few days, that's all.
You're lying.
Oh, Sophia, Dorothy wouldn't lie.
A mother knows when her child is lying. It's like back radar. Now, what did the doctor really say?
He said I have to have surgery.
Surgery for what?
For kicks, Rose.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm a very patient person. I once waited 2 whole weeks for a sty to go away. Every night I'd close my eyes and I'd picture it getting smaller and smaller. And one morning I woke up and it was gone.
Ma, you okay?
Fine, I'm just trying to make Rose go away.
Dorothy, my main concern is making sure those miserable people find other sources of help. Then I'll get a job. I'm dependable, friendly, loyal, eager.
That's great. If she learns to catch a frisbee in her teeth, she can get work as a golden retriever.
Of course, I probably would have made a lot more if I could tell a 1 from a 20.
Oh, girls, let's do that. Let's have a garage sale.
Well, can we get in trouble having a garage sale? I mean, we're not actually selling a garage.
If it's a choice between the two of them, let the blind one make change. Then get the Millers across the street to tar and feather their lawn jockey.
I'm going to go out on the lanai for a while. The air is always so nice and fresh after a storm.
As long as you're out there, Rose, why don't you pull some weeds?
Okay.
Ma, yesterday you said you were going to pull the weeds.
I said I'd get it done, and it's getting done, so lighten up. What's going on?
Oh, Rose has decided to keep on seeing Jonathan.
Fine. We're all adults here. Let the man out of the pillowcase. We don't mind if he sleeps over.
Oh, I never should have watched it either. It always upsets me, especially that shower scene. But it's the reason I prefer not to shower alone.
Sure, Blanche. And Goldilocks and the Three Bears is why you prefer not to sleep alone.
You would?
Absolutely.
I'll just tell the pilot to turn the plane around.
No way! Well, that won't be necessary. My goodness, we're 10,000 feet up. Besides, I know how you have your heart set on it.
Blanche, you're adorable.
I know. Oh, no, I want you all to stay partners. I've already got another partner. I signed up with Olga Nielsen.
Olga Nielsen? Oh, that's impossible. Olga always bowls with her twin sister, Sonia.
That was before Olga found out Sonia's been sleeping with her boyfriend, Lars. And not tell him he had the wrong sister. Oh, Rose Madden, I can't wait to whoop your butt. Would your mother let you go?
No.
Then go.
Thank you. Oh, you're the best. I'll see y'all later.
Isn't she something? I'm really proud of her. Now, if I could just manage to rope myself a doctor that easily.
Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl. Okay, what do you think of this one?
Dorothy, you and Elliot have been out almost every night this week. He's obviously hooked. You don't have to look good anymore. What you have on is fine.
I'll change.
Oh, come on, I'll help you pick out something.
There's nothing left to pick. The only thing I haven't tried on is the bedspread.
Let's go out and celebrate life. Let's go out and do something crazy.
Let's fly to Freeport and gamble all night.
We can't afford it.
Let's drive to Disney World and ride the teacups.
Oh, too wild, Rose.
Hey, I know a bar over in Cocoa Beach where you can pick up over-the-hill astronauts.
Ow! Honey, I'm sorry for not believing you. There's no excuse for my behavior.
There most certainly isn't.
I guess when it came down to it, I didn't believe you because I didn't want to.
Nobody ever believes me when I'm telling the truth. I guess it's the curse of being a devastatingly beautiful woman.
Oh, please.
The only other woman who could possibly understand what I've been through is Priscilla Presley.
This is embarrassing. Now get back out there.
No, I don't want to. I just hate bowling. All I ever wanted to do was look cute in my new outfit.
We all look cute in your new outfit.
Is that it, Rose? I mean, are you finished, or is there something else that you don't understand?
Well, actually, there is. I don't understand how a thermos keeps things both hot and cold.
Dr. Jonathan Newman. Dr. Newman, this is my mother, Sophia.
Nice to meet you, Sophia.
Nice to meet you, too. I hope this doesn't sound rude. But I've just gotten back from a long trip and I'm very tired. If you'll excuse me.
Of course, nice to have met you.
Likewise. Dorothy, can I see you for a minute?
Honey, tell us what happened.
Arnie, I slept with him.
And?
He died.
What?
Oh, no, Rose.
And the sheriff, I told him about me, how I kill men. And he didn't believe me. He said, let's see, sleep with me.
Can I get you ladies anything to drink?
Oh, no, thank you.
I like your apartment.
Thank you.
It kind of looks like something out of Miami Vice.
Really? Are you a fan of the show?
I adore it.
Me too! Miami Vice has been the biggest influence on my life. That's why I joined the police force. That's why I drive a fancy car. That's why I wear expensive Italian suits. That's why I'm up to my neck in hock.
Blanche, honey, calm down. Let's talk it out. You'll feel better.
Oh, there's nothing to talk about. I already know what both of you are going to say. Dorothy will say he's too good to give up over something like this, and she'd marry him. And you'll say he's been nothing but trouble from the start, and you wouldn't marry him.
I'd marry him.
Well, I wouldn't.
Do we have any orange juice left?
No, we're all out.
All right, I want an answer, and I want it now. Which one of you has been dipping into my Vicks Vapor Rub?
Oh, it's been such a lovely day. Mr. Sunshine really gave us one of his biggest and brightest smiles. Oh, I feel like putting my arms around Mother Nature and giving her a big kiss. Hi, you must be Dorothy.
And you must be Mrs. Rogers.
It's yes, I know it is. She's gonna marry him.
Oh, come on, Rose.
She can't help it. Blanche needs a man. She told me when George died, she made a date at the funeral. Oh, not that she wouldn't love George. She can't be without a man. You know what I'm saying?
Dorothy.
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm so anxious about meeting this guy that Kate's bringing.
Do you think it's serious?
Well, they've been together now for 6 months. It's the longest she's been interested in any man since Paul McCartney.
Kate dated Paul McCartney?
Yes, Rose. They wanted to get engaged, but I insisted that she finish grade school.
Hi, it was real. Dorothy, it's Stan. Didn't you recognize me?
Of course I recognized you. That's why I slammed the door in your face.
Still the jokester, huh, Dorothy?
And speaking of jokes, Stan, that is some toupee you've got. What's that smell?
I don't smell anything.
Are you wearing something?
A little Bengay on my knees. A little Vicks on my chest. A little deep heat on my neck.
What are you trying to do, pickle yourself so you'll live to be 100? Look, you could just as easily have been murdered living with Charles.
I'm surprised she wasn't murdered by Charles.
With George, when I'd hear a noise, I'd wake him up, and then he'd take out his gun, and then he'd have to find the bullets, because I'd always hide the bullets. And then when he found the bullets, we'd make love.
Boy, can you tell a story.
Boy, I hope Alma's all right.
Don't worry about Alma. She's a tough old broad.
Dorothy, look at me. I have turned back the hands of time. Since Dirk asked me out, I've dropped 10 years. While my face is smooth, my body is taut, and my gears are grinding. The cold slows down the aging process. Oh, I would move there in a shot if only they had men there.
We have men in Minnesota.
Farmers, Rose, farmers.
That Gloria's some special kid.
Oh, Ma, she's your baby. All mothers think their babies are special.
That's ridiculous. I think all my children are special. Except Phil.
Sure, Ma.
Oh, Dorothy, can I make a little suggestion when you go for your makeover?
Sure, what is it?
Don't expect a miracle.
Like me?
Definitely.
Like us? These past 3 weeks have been amazing.
They have been pretty amazing.
It's amazing that I just made love in the daylight.
Why is that amazing?
Well, you can't hide anything in the daytime. At night, I could be Godzilla. You'd be thrilled.
That's one is a tramp. Are they here yet?
No, not yet. But Rose left for the airport over an hour ago.
Wait until you see what I bought. Oh, I found the most stunning silk dress, an incredibly revealing lace nightie, and look, these just adorable sequin socks.
Sequin socks?
I think they kind of make a personal statement.
Yeah, this end up.
Your family was awfully tough on pets, weren't they, Rose?
Dorothy, this could be more serious than you think. Now, why don't you have a doctor look at that foot?
I already have.
When?
1965. Yeah, I'm calling about the Sinatra concert. It's what? But you've kept me on hold all this time to tell me that it is sold out? No, I will not have a nice day.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It's all those other people.
Was it some kind of accident? No, don't tell me. If I get upset, I'll eat.
What happened, Rose?
They closed the center.
Not your grief counseling center.
No, the Kennedy Space Center. She wanted to be the first Lutheran on the moon.
Did you know that my sister Lily still holds the record at our high school for the 100-yard dash? She served 3 terms on the city council, and she was the first woman in St. Olaf's to ever have a pilot's license.
Oh, really? Well, we have something in common, Lily. I was the first woman in my hometown ever to have a pilot.
Blanche's bed is next to the X-15 at the Space and Aviation Museum.
I told him, you're not getting anything till you put a ring on my finger and a donkey in my father's bra.
Not Pop, Rose!
I told her to get the hell out of my room.
Oh, Sophia, I want to explain about last night. When I was a little girl, one summer we had a terrible thunderstorm.
Excuse me, Rose, have I given you any indication at all that I care?
What if she marries him? What'll happen to us? This house is hers.
Then we'll move.
We can't afford to buy a house. What do we have for collateral? A gay cook?
Oh, come on, Rose. Nobody is getting married. Now let's go talk to Blanche.
Dorothy, we'll become bag ladies.
I told him, you're not getting anything till you put a ring on my finger and a donkey in my father's bra.
Not Pop, Rose!
I told her to get the hell out of my room.
Oh, Sophia, I want to explain about last night. When I was a little girl, one summer we had a terrible thunderstorm.
Excuse me, Rose, have I given you any indication at all that I care?
It was wonderful.
Oh, honey, this is terrific.
Oh, I'm so happy, and I have you two to thank for it.
You two? Don't you think Arnie should get at least an honorable mention?
Let's go out and celebrate life. Let's go out and do something crazy.
Let's fly to Freeport and gamble all night.
We can't afford it.
Let's drive to Disney World and ride the teacups.
Oh, too wild, Rose.
Hey, I know a bar over in Cocoa Beach where you can pick up over-the-hill astronauts.
And I am very glad that this happened, because now I know really what kind of person you are.
Well, then the hell with you and your oversexed boyfriend, Dorothy Zbornak. I'm just glad that little Mei Ling's coming-out party was ruined.
Who?
And I'm glad that Elliot is bonging every woman at your country club.
Honey, I'm sorry for not believing you. There's no excuse for my behavior.
There most certainly isn't.
I guess when it came down to it, I didn't believe you because I didn't want to.
Nobody ever believes me when I'm telling the truth. I guess it's the curse of being a devastatingly beautiful woman.
Oh, please.
The only other woman who could possibly understand what I've been through is Priscilla Presley.
Please, as a friend, be my partner. Blanche has somebody to bowl with. You want somebody to bowl with. I need somebody to bowl with. Please, just say yes and nobody will get hurt.
Oh, all right.
Unless we don't win.
This is embarrassing. Now get back out there.
No, I don't want to. I just hate bowling. All I ever wanted to do was look cute in my new outfit.
We all look cute in your new outfit. And that's where I first met Eddie, the aqua midget.
He was a blue midget?
Don't be ridiculous. He was a diving midget. What was his act? He used to jump off a stepladder into this gigantic punch bowl.
I don't think that can ever happen between us.
Jonathan, you're wrong. I can accept you. I've had time to think this thing through, and I can honestly say it doesn't bother me that you're small.
Small? No. I meant I can't see you anymore because you're not Jewish.
wonder where she is. She's almost 2 hours late.
Oh, they probably had traffic. I bet she slept with him.
I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't.
Well, I sure couldn't be with a man I liked and abstain.
You know, I abstained after Stan and I split up. But it wasn't a very different experience from when Stan and I were together.
What are we screaming at? I'm not sure, Dorothy.
The mouse! Rose, you promised that you'd get rid of it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dorothy. I tried to reason with him, but he just didn't seem to understand why you had to leave. I thought I had him convinced, but at the last minute he changed his mind, which surprised me because mice aren't usually fickle. But this mouse is an odd duck. Look. He proposed.
Oh, Blanche, that is the biggest diamond I've ever seen.
I know. Oh, I think this is wonderful.
It was wonderful. It was beautiful. It was romantic. It was just everything I dreamed it could be.
Oh, Blanche, we're so happy for you.
Well, don't be, because I can't marry him.
Courteous, helpful.
Well, knock it off. I've had it up to here with your cheerful disposition.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it's easy to be cheerful around you two? You know how many of these stinking hot toddies I have to drink to keep on a happy face? Well, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not speaking to either of you.
And I'm not speaking to you either.
Me neither, to either of you.
Fine.
Wonderful in the summertime, especially if you like to sunbathe with your top off.
Oh, really? And the neighbors can't see him.
Oh, sure they can. The woman has slop embroidered on her underwear. Dear ladies, I'm afraid I'm running a little late. May I just ask you a few questions?
Well, of course. Go right ahead.
What do you call an inhabitant of Guam?
We are alone, Dorothy. We really are. Our families are gone, and we're alone. And there are too many years left, and I don't know what to do. Get a poodle.
It's all right. I understand. Sophia, I am crazy about Kate, and I promise you she will never want for anything.
Oh.
I told you he was special. Do you think Dad will like him?
Of course. As long as he stays young and firm. I just can't study with the noise.
Fine, I'll stop breathing.
Look, I haven't studied since David arrived. My test is...
Scared me to death.
Oh, me too.
He scared me too. But you want to know something? It could be worse. I mean, we could each be alone. At least we're together. We have each other.
It's better with men.
Oh, and that's false security.
No, it's not. I was safer with Charles. I was never once robbed or murdered when I was with Charles. I should never have let them go shopping. It's too dangerous.
What are you talking about?
Just this morning, I read where 1,400 people were injured in a food riot in Calcutta. Oh, Sophia, thank goodness you're home. Where's Mother?
She was feeling lucky, so she wanted to try her hand at high-lie.
Look, why didn't you go with her?
I'm too short to play high-lie. I wish there was time to get my hair done.
Maybe it isn't a heart attack.
Oh, Rose, honey, she's 80. At 80, something's got to go.
Well, not necessarily. My grandparents lived to their 90s. One was 102.
In Minnesota.
So?
Rose, you know how they freeze dead people to preserve them and then bring them back? That's like living in Minnesota.
There is a new outfit for you, and some warm pajamas, and an electric blanket. Every time I call you, it seems you have a cold.
I'll call more often.
Don't pick on your sister. Here, she brought you something. It's a gift certificate for a complete makeover at Elizabeth Arden's. Maybe now you can get a date.
Right after that, my wagon was destroyed.
How?
Some hogs trampled it. I was hauling home a smoked ham for Mama, and I think it set them off. Well, anyway, that's when I fell in love with Charlie. He paid for a new wagon, even though my policy didn't cover acts of swine.
Or maybe I just do something like, to my sister Virginia, I hereby bequeath my diamond brooch, my collection of Wedgwood china, and all my stock in AT&T.
You have stock in AT&T?
I don't have any of those things, but for one brief moment, Virginia would think she'd hit the jackpot.
It's just that I've always dreamed about learning to tap dance, and I guess I'd get too gung-ho about things. When I was a child, I used to get overexcited and pet the cat too hard.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, nothing. I'm all right. I'm fine.
No, you are not, and I'm tired of watching you suffer.
That's what Daddy said to our horse, old Toby, when he broke his leg.
Honey, calm down. You're going to pass the course. It simply means that you're going to have to buckle down and study a little harder.
At least you're doing well on your other two courses.
But those are art courses. They come easier to me. I've always had a great appreciation for the arts and artists.
And carpenters and mechanics and
Just terrible. I am so upset.
Rose, honey, sit down. Sweetheart, tell us all about it. Ma, would you get Rose some water?
what is she gonna do with water? Has water that made you feel better when you were upset? Have you ever heard anyone say, thank God the water's here? Call me when dinner is ready.
Oh, medium's fine.
Why are we cooking outdoors?
No, we're having a barbecue.
Do you know what they call cooking meat over an open fire in Sicily?
No, what?
Poverty. Gee, those steaks smell good. What do you know, Rose? You thought you could go out in the ocean and catch fish sticks.
It's awful. What's the matter with it?
It's expired. But sometimes it's good after the date. I just wanted to check.
You look tired, Ma.
Rose kept me up all night.
Oh, why?
I don't know, she was afraid of the storm. 3 o'clock in the morning, she knocks on my door, crying, begging, pleading to get into bed with me. Just like your father used to do before we got married.
Hello, xin chào các bạn nha. Hôm nay mình sẽ bầu quả ổi. Ổi đây là ổi mình chảy tại vườn nhà mình, nên rất là đảm bảo và ngon. Ổi nhà mình rồng. Mình thích ăn những quả xanh xanh thì nó sẽ giòn hơn. Bây giờ mình sẽ rửa qua đi. Đây nha các bạn nha. Mình đã rửa qua đi ạ. Do ổi nhà mình rồng nên là mình sẽ không phải ngâm. Mình chỉ rửa qua đi cho nó sạch thôi ạ. Vì ổi nhà mình không có thuốc sâu gì hết. Thơm luôn các bạn ạ.